covered layer styles. Layer styles are very similar to layer styles in Photoshop, and the big difference is in After Effects you can animate them. Now I'm just going to hide the position keyframe here. Layer styles are different from blending modes. Right there. These are the blending modes. Layer styles are something different. I'm just going to go back to switches. So I'm going to apply it to this text. I select the layer I want to do a layer style to. I right click, layer styles. The first one I'm going to do just to demonstrate will be Bevel and Emboss. Now here's my layer styles. They pop up in the twirl down. I want to do Bevel and Emboss, so I twirl down next to Bevel and Emboss. I'm going to change my technique to hard chisel. I'm going to change the size. See, now you're already seeing what the effect does. And then you could soften it if you want. You can play with all the settings and animate what you want. You can change the strength. You can change the color of it. If I wanted to make the highlight red for some odd reason, I could make the highlight red, then increase it, and I could make my shadow green if I felt like it. Now you're seeing the shadows have a more greenish cast, as if a light was being shined onto it. So I'm just going to quickly demonstrate. That's my position keyframe. The depth, I'm going to animate the depth on. So I'm going to start at 0. Click my keyframe. And I'm going to move here about 1 second in. The reason I have everyone work with adding keyframes by clicking here rather than animate them by just moving the sliders or moving things around is if you want this to be up like that for, let's say, this certain amount of time, if I click add keyframe, I still have the same value. Nothing has changed between the two keyframes, which is what I want. It's a good habit to get into, and then when I want to animate it off, of course I could change this to 0, or I could click add keyframe there. So now the effect will animate on, stay up for as long as I want it, and then animate off. Another one we went over in class that's interesting, I went layer styles. I'll do Satin. You could always add as many layer styles as you see fit. I'm just going to look at how I want this to animate on and the effect that I want to have. I'm going to do the distance here, so I'm going to click there, then go to there, and you'll see that effect animate over the letters as I want. And if I want to animate it off, set another one, there you go. So that's another effect animating on, and like I said, just playing slow because I'm recording my screen at the same time. So I'm just going to scrub through with my arrows. You can see the effect change. You can do as many different things as you want and get as creative as you want with it. It's all up to you. The final one I'll show you is gradient overlay. Now I'm just going to do something weird with this. For this example, I'm going to animate the angle. So we're going to keep it like this. The angle's going from top to bottom, light to dark. I'll just go here. I'll give it one full circle just for this demonstration. Now watch what's going to happen. You're going to get that type of effect, which is pretty interesting, especially if you did it letter by letter. You could get a pretty neat reveal, or however you want to animate it in. So that's just showing you keyframing layer styles in After Effects. And like I said, you could apply as many as you want. If you don't want one, you could always click the eyeball icon to turn it off, select it, or hit backspace to delete it. The choice is up to you as the designer.